still Daybreak Monday here on iBrandTV Lagos, and it's now time for us to take a look at the papers and find out what the major stories on the front pages are saying. And with us here in the studio to help us analyze some of the emerging issues is Femi Emmanuel, Public Affairs Analyst. Hello, Femi. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, and thanks for having me today.
You're welcome. Okay, let's kick up the nation. Pressure mounts on PDP chairman Secondus to quit. Naira on rebound. To the very top of the paper, tributes flow for a business no-go. Okumbo, budget, Aso Vela laments non-release of full allocation. Nigeria's telecoms sector attracts 822.66 billion naira. Respect Igbo's rights. Kinsmen tell Benin government. I think that's about it for now. Okay, the last one here. Senate panel to recommend breakup of police operations with rider there, IG, to lose some powers over deployment funding. Members failed to agree on state police.
Now moving to the Punch, the main headline there says the federal government battles NAD, opens attendance registers, resident doctors adamant, and why does saying resume first or forget further negotiations? Ministry orders insist on sanctions for doctors. You can't bully doctors you haven't paid with no. You can't bully doctors you haven't paid with no work, no pay threat. NAD lambasts the federal government. Now about the Tokyo Olympics, the tributes empty stands as Tokyo 2020 ends. Moving on, I've not fled Nigeria. I'm in Benin for Igboho, coming from Akinloye. And PDP governors meet today. Reps Kakus demand Secondus resignation. Moving on, NDLEA seizes Europe-bound drugs from Korea firms, uncovers some kg of cocaine and others. Ogboni chief herbalist kill money ritual seller share body parts. Sit at home. Confrontation looms as IPOPs blow hot. Government vows clamp down. That's what the topmost part of the paper says. MTN set to give customers 20 car for 20th anniversary. Federal government postpones vaccination resumption indefinitely. Least 3,707 cases in 1 week. And petrol landing cost hits 249 naira per litre. The regulation remains uncertain. And the last one here says group route for Shibajo's presidency. Least vice president's qualities.
To the Guardian now, consumers bear burden of MDA's failure to pay 100 billion naira electricity. Doctor strike. NMA keeps mum despite federal government's threats. Federal government CBN moved to boost gas utilization with 250 billion naira. NDLEA naps 15 drug dealers, recovers 868 kilograms of illicit drugs.
And now moving to Daily Sun, the topmost part says Constitution review, Senate denies plans to create 20 new states. The top story here says Umahi suspends local government boards for traveling without permission. Secondus knows fate tomorrow. PDP governors elders meets to parley with BOT others also. Killing of Christians can no longer be tolerated, coming from the Christian Association of Nigeria. Yoruba Nation, I am not on the run. Akintoye say that. Suspense in APC continues as leaders wait on Buhari. School abduction. Nance asked federal government to declare bandit terrorist group. Suspense as IBOP splits over sit at home order. And the last one here says President PFN described Badejo's death as shocking. Femi, over to you. Some stories on the dailies today, but then we have this particular one that one of the stories on the Daily Sun says Nance asked federal government to declare bandits terrorist group. So now I'm asking, is it that they've not displayed some traits of terrorism already, that the federal government would need to be asked to declare them a terrorist group. So that's the question. I'm wondering, so what's happening here? Or what do you think is happening here?
Okay. In my own opinion, I think Nigerians have a way of looking at everything from regional perspective, and most times it affects how we really address issues and determining the right solution to every problems we have. Meaning that sometimes there could be political solutions, there could be legal solutions, there could be several options that are always right, but most times all of these solutions do not agree. Now, if we look at the bandits, activities of the bandits, they do not stay among people. They stay in secluded area and attack people. Now, if you look at those that have probably been proscribed, they live among people. People aren't coming out to fish them out. It's difficult for the government to determine who is who, because they live among everyone, and you can't just attack. You can bomb a forest because you feel bandits is there, but you can't really do that when you have certain people that are still living within the community and probably attempting attacks at the same people they live within the same community. So these are different problems, and honestly, we can't really agree on the same solution. Nonetheless, do I think the activities of bandits indicates terrorism? Yes. Looking at, especially with the news of some of these equipments the federal government bought that have arrived so far, I've been following up on the attacks, and recently, in like 3 days, there had been more oppressive attacks on the bandits, especially these guys, these 4 brothers from a family, I've forgotten the surname, that terrorizes Zamfara and Kaduna. They've been bombed, and their faces have actually been, they even write to community, tell them time and day they will attack,
they're going to strike, and
there is nothing everyone have been able to do about it. But I'm so happy that now you can't bomb a community with the strategy. You can't attack a community with the strategy that has been used against bandits. That's my point right now. But are bandits actually terrorists? Yes. I don't know, maybe I answered your question.
No. I think this line of action should have been taken place a long time before now.
I agree with you.
The bandits, the so-called bandits, I don't know, whatever happens in that angle is always traced to whoever they call the bandits. Among the kidnappers or abductors, you have the bandits, killer headsmen, bandits, robbers, armed robbers, bandits, just name it, everything that's in Nigerian context. Now, some of the organizations already prescribed or given the name terrorist organizations, they have not done half what these bandits have done. These people kill, maim, and these other groups probably are just being relegated or treated the way they are being treated because of their utterances. I think this action should have been taking place long before now. Don't you share this view?
I agree with you to a very certain extent, and I will tell you why. I agree with you that to a very large extent, most of the organizations that have been proscribed and certain treatments melted to their leaders have actually not done as worse, or have not contributed or wreaked several havoc like the bandits, so to say, have done. And but if you look at it from a wider point of view, bandits aren't asking to leave Nigeria. Bandits aren't asking for a nation within a nation. There are certain, within the laws, there are certain things that makes a government proscribe an organization. I don't know, maybe you get my point right now. So within the terrain of the Nigerian state, demanding for another state without following due process can make the government make some pronouncements. And on the other hand,
but these are not the only people doing that. We have agitators in the southeast, in the southwest, and what have you. What I'm trying to say is, I think equal treatment should be meted out there to all Nigerians. Every Nigerian has equal rights. Now, these bandits thing, and a lot of people have not been happy about this development. And some people are saying that it probably is because of the part of Nigeria where
the president
guys,
comes from.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do. Like, maybe you should allow me to conclude my thought.
Okay, please go
because,
ahead.
I
only wanted to put that one in. So,
in all fairness, as far as one of the reasons why most of us voted for the incumbent president is because we expected that security to a very large extent, due to experience, military background, will be taken care of. Am I satisfied? No. So I really need you to understand my point of view. I'm not satisfied with the extent of what has been achieved, or even probably nothing is being achieved as far as security is concerned. But also, that kind of a person that loves to look at issues so widely, so that it affects, I have a lot of people that believe in what I say, and they expect that I should be non-biased, irrespective of what I feel. Take, for instance, there's someone from the south. I'm from the southwest. There's someone from the southwest at the moment that is clamoring for the Yoruba nation, that is under quite a lot of attack. Yes, in fact, I come from a state. In fact, I come from that part of the state. I'm from Igboho. So to be very sincere, do I like how my kinsman is being treated? No, but I wouldn't mix sentiments with facts. So we can spread the facts and then remove the sentiment and just agree on what is right. Then that's why I said earlier on that there are political solutions, there are legal solutions, there are moral solutions. There are tribal solutions, but most times all of these solutions do not agree. I don't know if you get my point. All of these solutions don't agree. Going forward, I think the bandits, because of where the president comes from, there are quite a lot of people that have played with the word bandits, and that's why I would have preferred a bigger word, or a word that will really strike home how much effect or danger these guys have had on us. But for the sake of what the media have used so far, let's just retain the word bandits. I don't know, maybe you get what
okay.
So no, okay. Let me just, in a sentence, I expect that the federal government will do more as far as neutralizing bandits, especially. But the challenge we have is their leaders are faceless. Unlike those that are clamoring for cessation, that their leaders are known. One of the good things that the NSAS protesters did was that they agreed that they are leaderless. And that's probably why, to a very large extent, it is difficult to clamp them down. I don't know, maybe you get my point.
Okay.
That's my line of
Thank you very
much.
much.
Thank you for